Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world, Rain Nation. Hi, I'm Ann Feinstein. I want to welcome all of you to our Thunderstorm Saturday. It's a gorgeous day here in beautiful Delanco, New Jersey. I hope you're having a beautiful start to your weekend. And those of you that are celebrating Easter, I want to say happy Easter to all of you. And today we have a very, very special event, and I'm so excited. And so I see people calling in from all over. We have so many different languages and countries, and we are going to have translation here going on. I tell you today, guys, in Spanish, Italian, Turkish, Bulgarian. So we're going to be actually not only transmitting here, but also streaming into so many different locations. And so I am so delighted to have all of you with us today, because we do this every month to give all of you around the world in Rain Nation an opportunity to see what's going on, what we've been accomplishing, what's about to happen, the exciting news, and who's making the news happen. And so today, stay tuned to the very end, because you're going to have a chance to hear a lot of wonderful information, and you'll soon discover how to power up nutritionally for the most effective athletic performance. And I'm excited about that, and how to effectively use the incentive promotions that are coming and going on right now. And you're going to hear from some of our Go Gold qualifiers who have some great tips to share with all of you. We're going to have some exciting recaps from events that have gone on in just the last month and a half. Guys, wait till you hear this and see. It's exciting. And we're also going to learn some of the exciting events that are coming up that can help catapult your business, as well as stay to the very end, because we have a very special interview with a wonderful leader that's done amazing things on the road and over to Diamond. And you'll get to hear the exciting story and journey and adventure that's happened. So with that, our first speaker is a very special friend of mine. Gosh, I've known this gentleman now for the last 20 years. I have been through some of the most highest of highs and the most challenging moments, personally, professionally, around the world with him. He's an amazing man, a wonderful father. He's now a grandfather. He's a wonderful pillar in his community. He's done amazing things for all of us, and he is an expert, a real expert at keeping the trains running on time and operationally running our business in over 40 countries. And so it is with my great honor that I get to introduce my very dear friend, Mr. Jeff Higginson, our president of Rain International. Jeff, over to you.
Thank you so much, Ann, and what a great introduction, and just the exciting things. And I will tell you, you want to stick around to the very end of this show, because that interview is going to be worth it. It is going to be amazing. So good to be with all of you today. I think about what's gone on since my arrival here at Rain International around the world. I think of the countries, the new products, the people, the diamond stories that have emerged. I think of the new employees that we've hired around the world, and the new, the feeling that is being brought to this company as people continue to look on and join us, as people come and we bring them in and they become part of this culture. And really, when I think about it, it's you, the people, that are making this culture what it is, and how family feeling it is. It's so amazing to go into an event, and I've just gotten off a whirlwind tour of events, but you go into these events and you see people, and you're with people, and you're eating with people, and you're riding in cars with people, and you're spending time in coffee shops with people, and you're going to events, and it's all coming together. Everything comes back together. And I just say, wow, how did I get so lucky as to be able to be a part of such an amazing, extraordinary opportunity as Rain International? It's people, it's Seed Story. Every single thing about it brings me more joy in my life, in my professional career, than ever before. To be able to lock arms with you good people around the world, what a wonderful privilege that is. And I'm truly honored, and I want you to know I am worthy of your trust. as we go around the world and we continue to expand and share our story with everyone. I want to begin this morning by talking about my recent official opening in Taiwan at presidential tour that we did. It was spectacular from start to finish. Stephen and Jenny and the team over there did such an amazing job. They were so on top of everything. I mean, we were picked up, we were treated like royalty. You would have thought that we were, they made you feel like, I didn't want to leave. I said to Trav, I'm having so much fun. They're treating us so good. I never even had to do anything. It was amazing. But more amazing than that, we had an amazing opening. And people came, new people, there were guests, the energy was crazy, the entertainment was awesome. The content was so amazing. It was so fun because our founder got up, and they love karaoke over there, and he got up and sung the Frank Sinatra song, and brought the house down, and I couldn't even breathe. I was laughing so hard through the whole thing. It was unbelievable to be with these people. And I will tell you, I met some people there in Taiwan that will be stories in this company. And it's interesting when you go around and you've been around the business and you've been as long as I have, you can connect and see and feel, and you know when you meet someone special. And we were able to do that there in Taiwan. And I want to give you a glimpse of what that was like. So let's go to the video. It was so amazing to be there with everybody. And I just can't tell you the energy that came through that event. And then from there, we went into different cities and had what they called secret Santas. And we went in and brought gifts to people. And there were people that were coming from all over looking at the business. And we had opportunities to share the business with them. It was amazing to go into some of those places. So thank you so much to Stephen and Jenny and everybody involved with Taiwan. It was over the top. And then just barely an official grand opening that took place in Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey. And this place has a magic to it that it's hard for me to describe. And that's why we're going back to Turkey for Ascend this year, because of the magic that city brings. But this grand opening and what the folks over there, Yaprak and the team did to put this together was nothing short of perfection. The content, the feeling, the trust that was built, the entire, from start to finish, they stuck that flag and they planted it deep into the rain soil. And let me tell you, it was an event to remember. For those of you that were there, that were on this call, you got to meet, of course, Fatih and Hakan. I mean, these guys and the rest of them, and we had general managers coming over. We had diamonds from around the world that showed up there. Um, and I just, every time I would see images from this, I just thought of my dear friend Ann Feinstein, and I thought how she must be just laughing with joy and celebrating. And it's like it would just be amazing. And to think of the beginning of this, Ann, and what really took place here was special, and to have Randy over there and the entire team to be a part of this was extraordinary. And I want to just go to a video clip for those of you that couldn't be there to capture a moment of this, please. Well, that was amazing. There we go. That was amazing over there. And for those of you that got to be there in person, I heard it was just incredible. So grand opening, it's official. You're all there. Everybody's doing amazing things over there. Thanks again to the team that made that happen. And next up is Orlando, Florida. Folks, if you can at all possibly make this, and you're in the area around the country, and it's a quick flight. I mean, there's so many just quick flights that you can grab and jump into to these places. But they were calling this O-Town and Throwdown, and I'll tell you right now, Orlando, Florida is going to be a fantastic event here in the United States. April the 26th in Orlando, Florida. This event for you primarily in the United States, if you find a chance to slip a few days into your schedule, and be there. You will not regret it. It will be amazing to be there and to be a part of it. And the trainings that will come from Mr. Gage and Feinstein and Jack Perry will be there representing our company. And it's going to be a great event. So remember that. There's a barcode there on the screen for you to get registered for O Down and Throwdown. And I'll tell you right now, that's the kickoff, in my opinion, and what the United States will soon become as we get going there. Now, I want to move from there to Go for Gold. Go for Gold is you're going to hear from some people that have qualified for Go for Gold later, but this is an opportunity to come here to the United States and to be and feel and see and touch the culture and the magic of this beautiful company, and to be able to spend time with one another, lock arms, have dinner, see some amazing things, and get some extraordinary training. I am extending Go for Gold through May. It's a decision that I have made. We can handle any influx with the hotel. This is an opportunity, guys, for you to come here and be with us. This is an opportunity really in your business to share a story that becomes so powerful. You'll leave different. If you're close, or if you think, geez, you know what, I'm just going to find a way to go do it, go get gold. Go get there and be with us here in the United States this summer. It's going to be awesome. And we're excited for it. And then I want to talk about, excuse me, I want to talk about the Ascend and going back to Istanbul. I'm offering today a presidential holiday, not presidential. We had already done the presidential, the holiday special today for 5 tickets for $597. That's a deal. It's especially with the prices, and as they go up as we get closer to Turkey. You know what? Everybody on this call, plus 5, plus their 5, plus everybody you can possibly imagine should be in Istanbul, Turkey. If you believe in what you're doing, in the cause that you are making in the business, there is nothing more important than September in Istanbul, Turkey. Take advantage of these price discounts. Take advantage of getting them to your team, selling them to your team, getting people locked into this event, getting registered so we know who's there. Make this a priority. I have been around this business a long time, and I will tell you something. If there's one thing I have learned, it is this, that those who attend events are those who see their dreams become a reality because of what happens in that moment, in that time, in those special few days, as they rub and connect shoulders with one another, as they learn. This is absolutely, I don't care if I'm sitting here in the United States, I'm finding a way to sell anything in this office that I've got to get there because it's going to be that powerful. And I want to conclude today with just a thought of our diamond trip this next year in Mexico. This, guys, this is really where you come and you take a deep breath and you go, wow, I cannot believe I'm here. I'm here with some of the very best people that you could ever possibly imagine in those who have earned this trip. This diamond retreat is going to be especially amazing. And this is something we want to pamper you with. We want to take care of you. We want to roll out the red carpet and make this unbelievable. So guys, I thank you for being on this call today. I thank you for what you're doing. In this company, we continue to enhance our technology. We continue to enhance our position in the market share. We continue to expand that and grow, and we continue to bring people in every single day that are making a difference for the company and what this means to all of us as we share this great story of seed nutrition. So with that, everybody, my name's Jeff Higginson, and as always, I am Rain International. Have a wonderful day.
Oh, thank you so much, Jeff. Let's give Jeff a warm, wonderful Rain thank you in the chat down below, because I can tell you guys, woo, he's talking about what's going to happen in Ascend. I mean, you just saw what happened in the grand opening in Turkey. Woohoo! Well, wait till you see what's going to happen at Ascend, September 5th through the 7th. We'll blow off the top of the house and have a blast. So, also, I'll tell you honestly, when you do a Jeff Higginson event, whether it's going to be in Ascend or down in Cancun with the diamonds, they are always so spectacular. And like he said, you really are treated like royalty. So, guys, I'm excited about all the things that are going on. And our next speaker is another one of the wonderful triple diamonds that has been with the company now for the last, I don't know, 12 years. She absolutely embodies the incredible power of seed source nutrition. She and her husband own an integrated holistic center. She is managing the operation and done an amazing job, but she's also expanded this business around the world and has done such an amazing job. And I sit at her feet every time we have a chance to hear from her, as she's going to talk today about creating the best performance, your best athletic performance with seed source nutrition. And with that, over to Triple Diamond, my good friend, Laura Weeks. Over to you, Laura.
Welcome, everyone. Before we get started with talking about the specific Rain products that can help you optimize your athletic performance, let's take a step backwards for just a moment and remind ourselves, generally speaking, about the power of seed source nutrition and why we turn to seeds as opposed to other things as the foundation of our products at Rain International. There are 5 key things that I want to review today. First one is that seeds are the most concentrated source of nutrition that we can put into our bodies. 20 to 30 times more dense, gram for gram, nutritionally speaking, than any other part of the plant. Let me repeat that. 20 to 30 times more nutrient density is found in seeds than any other part of the plant. So if you want to perform optimally, whether it is in athletic performance or otherwise, you want the most bang for the buck. And you're going to get that through seed-sourced nutrition. More nutritional density, not as many calories. Secondly, seeds are the most complete form of nutrition that we can put into our bodies. This is so important. Seeds contain not only the macronutrients like proteins, fats, fibers, carbohydrates, but also the micronutrients like vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and so forth. We need all of these things in order to perform optimally. It's not good enough to get an abundance of one or several nutrients if we're missing something else that is critical, like an enzyme or a cofactor that is important in the reactions inside our bodies to perform optimally. Well, seeds are naturally complete. The seed must be, because it has to have everything already inside it so that when it meets light and water, it can grow into a brand new plant. So seeds, again, are the most concentrated and complete form of nutrition we can put into our body. Now, seeds also contain energy within them, stored energy inside them that's released when we consume them to give us the energy to perform. Seeds are like the battery of the plant, and we can use that energy. And the oils inside seeds provide sustained energy over time. That's very important. And finally, seeds contain, unlike most other parts of the plant, seeds contain more DNA inside them so that we can use that to repair the ongoing genetic damage that happens throughout the course of our lives. These are the foundational superpowers of seeds, and they're important for athletic performance as well as other performance. Specifically, talking about Rain products that are good for enhancing our athletic performance, we want to make sure that to optimize athletic performance, we're giving our bodies what we need for energy, sustained energy over time, stamina, and also for recovery. These are the kinds of things we think about for athletic performance. I also want to remind us, when we're thinking about the specific products, that we should be thinking not only about what is in any particular product, what those ingredients are, but we should also be thinking about what is not in them. Because if you're a competitive athlete, you need to be very sure that you are not consuming any kind of banned substance. And it has been the case, unfortunately, particularly around muscle building products, that there have been a lot of ingredients that are actually banned substances. So you want to make sure you're not consuming those. You also want to make sure that you're not consuming anything that's going to be counterproductive to your optimized performance. And this can be things like ingredients that themselves are pro-inflammatory as opposed to anti-inflammatory, or something that's like an artificial ingredient. Because if there's artificial sweeteners or other artificial ingredients, your body's going to respond by creating inflammation. We don't want to put our foot on the gas pedal and the brake pedal at the same time. So we want the products we consume to be all of the good, we could say, and none of the bad. Another thing about seeds is that they're time tested. People have been eating seeds for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. They're not a fad. In the nutritional supplement industry, particularly around athletic performance, there are a lot of faddish kinds of things. And they're great today, but tomorrow we find out that maybe they weren't so good for us. Seeds have been tested over time. They're in no way a fad. So let's just look at some of the specific products that we have here at Rain that can help us optimize our athletic performance. Let's start with our flagship product, Soul, and its companion product, Soul Red. Soul and Soul Red each contain 3 seeds. They both contain black cumin seed. They both contain raspberry. In the case of flagship Soul, black raspberry. In the case of Soul Red, red raspberry. And they each contain grape seed. Now, these are some of the most powerful seeds for replenishing deficiencies. We need to have lots of good antioxidants and minerals and vitamins and so on in our products. And they're also very, very powerful anti-inflammatory seeds. And we're going to get to that in a moment. But one of the other key ingredients in both of these products is what's called D-ribose. And D-ribose is a naturally occurring 5-carbon sugar that does what? Gives us extra energy. That's great for athletic performance. Cardiologists use D-ribose to enhance cardiac health, and D-ribose is something that's often included in products for athletic performance. So D-ribose is a 5-carbon sugar that gives us that wonderful energy, but it does not increase our blood sugar levels. A lot of people are concerned about that these days. It does not increase blood sugar levels in our body. Now let's get back to the question of anti-inflammation. Inflammation is a byproduct of exercise. Some of it is good, too much of it not so good. And how can you tell in your body if you have too much inflammation? Well, one way is if you've got pain after exercise or stiffness. Another way is if you've got any of those itises, because itis by definition means inflammation. So check yourself out and think about whether you're dealing with any of those itises, which might be supported in an anti-inflammatory fashion through seed-based nutrition. So Soul and Soul Red, they're chock full of nutrients, antioxidants, which are very important for recovery after athletic performance, anti-inflammation for recovery after athletic performance, the essential fatty acids in these products for sustained energy over time, black cumin seed, black raspberry seed, grape seed. These are some of the most powerful anti-inflammatory seeds we have. Red raspberry is really good for stamina and recovery as well. Soul is a powerhouse product. When Soul was the only product in the product line, it was making amazing differences for people in terms of their performance. Second product we're going to talk about today is Form. Form is our vegan seed-based protein product. Form has a whopping 20 grams of protein in each serving without added sugar. Again, think about not only what is in our products, but what is not in our products. And many folks are interested in being sure that they're not adding a lot of extra sugar in the products that we consume. So this is a vegan seed-based protein product, which is very important because many protein products contain whey, which again is inflammatory in its own right. Don't put your foot on the gas pedal and the brake at the same time. Use a protein powder that's anti-inflammatory rather than pro-inflammatory. Now, the seeds that are in form include things like pea proteins, sacha inchi, hemp, pumpkin, powerful for having dense protein containing lots of energy inside them and giving you the sustained energy you need. Protein's really important for muscle recovery. These products are high in branched chain amino acids, which are the building blocks of protein and also help with recovery. Forms mix includes 8 essential fatty acids that eight essential amino acids that your body cannot make by itself. These are things that we have to consume in the food that we eat. We cannot make them ourselves. So very, very important. You want to have enough protein to be able to build muscle. You want to have enough protein to be able to recover properly. You want to have enough protein to be able to support your immune system. Excessive exercise can be very stressful on the immune system. You want to make sure you have enough protein that you support a healthy immune system going forward. Let's turn to Bend. Bend is our joint, ligament, and tendon formula. Did you know that you have more than 300 joints in your body that need to be supported and lubricated and help regenerate over time? That's what Bend is for. So if you have pain, if you have soreness, if you have stiffness, if you can't bend as well as you'd like to, if you're aging, you want to make sure that you're giving yourself the benefit of joint, ligament, and tendon support so that your body will support you throughout your life. Bend is that product. It has a foundation of black cumin seed, it has flax seed, it has pumpkin seed, but it also has curcumin, it also has glucosamine, a vegan source of glucosamine sulfate. Most glucosamine comes from shellfish. Rain has gone to greater lengths to find a vegan source of glucosamine. Every single one of Rain's products is vegan. That means that anybody, whether you're a vegan, a vegetarian, or a carnivore, you can consume and benefit from Rain's plant-based products. Now, curcumin is a very, very powerful anti-inflammatory ingredient. It comes from the turmeric plant. One of the things about curcumin that's interesting is it does best. Its impact is benefited when it is paired with black pepper. And so that piper nigrum, that ingredient you see on the back of the box of Bend, is black pepper. And those two ingredients enhance the effectiveness of one another. Many, many people are taking curcumin products. Most of them are not paired with the black pepper as Rain's product Bend is. So if you want optimal athletic performance, you need to keep your joints healthy. You need to support the rebuilding of cartilage. That's one of the main benefits of the glucosamine. And you want to make sure that you're reducing inflammation and therefore reducing pain and supporting enhanced recovery. Bend is going to be your friend in that regard. Now let's take a moment to talk about Bright. Bright is our cognitive support product. It's brain food. It's designed to help optimize memory, reduce brain fog, and support clearer thinking. Now, depending on who you talk with, different experts have suggested that the percentage that mental function has in relation to athletic performance is anywhere between 50 and 90%. There are some experts who will say that 90% of your athletic performance has to do with your mental focus and your mental clarity, not simply your muscle strength or coordination. So it's astonishing that there's less talk about the mental aspect of athletic performance. But these days, professional athletes are certainly understanding that. Back when my kids were competitive gymnasts, much less focus on the mental aspect of athletic performance. But if you want to be functioning optimally, you need to make sure that you have mental clarity. Bright has chia seed in it, it has coconut in it, it has B vitamins and D vitamins to enhance mental acuity, memory, and focus, and also to reduce mental fatigue. So Bright's going to be a tremendous ally and kind of a leg up in your athletic performance. And finally, let's talk about Beet. Beet is the newest product in the Rain product line, and it's based on beets and L-arginine to increase the nitric oxide level in our bodies. Also has 4 different seeds, has pomegranate, grape, blueberry, and cranberry seeds, which provide a lot of antioxidant support and nutrition to our bodies. So the importance of nitric oxide is that it helps dilate our blood vessels and it helps increase circulation throughout our body. So it's a tremendous support for cardiovascular health. Now, why do we want to have dilated blood vessels for athletic performance? Because when our blood vessels are more dilated, then the blood can circulate not just from the heart, it can get to the extremities of our body. And when our blood circulates throughout our body, particularly to the periphery, the oxygen goes with it. When you're performing athletically or just living in life, you want to make sure that the oxygen is not just in your lungs, not just in your bloodstream, but actually gets from your lungs and your bloodstream out to the peripheral tissue in your body, out to the muscles, out to the, to the capillaries in the extremities of your body. This is very, very important for optimizing athletic performance. Not so much oxygen, not so much energy, not so much recovery, not so much performance. So we want to have optimal cardiovascular function, optimal circulation through our body, and that's what the nitric oxide and that's what the seeds in the product Beet can do for us. So whether you're taking any one of these products individually or whether you combine them all, these products together work to help enhance our athletic performance. One of the fabulous things about consuming food as a source of nutrition for athletic performance is that it's good for everybody. You can be a child, you can be a teenager, you could be a professional athlete, you could be a weekend warrior, you could be a senior, and you can help optimize your athletic performance. In the world of science, around athletic performance, there's a lot of disagreement about which specific nutrients are good and how much supplemental nutrition is optimal. But one thing that all of the experts agree with is that we should be optimizing the food sources of the nutrients that we need for performance. And seeds are the optimal food source of nutrition that we can put in our bodies. We have a variety of resources where you can see the exact ingredients in each and every one of our products. You can look at the product information sheets. You can watch our video hidden in plain sight, and you can look at our Vitality magazine for more information, more specific information about each and every one of the ingredients in the Rain product line, and you can use those to share that information with others. That's the end of this presentation for today. Thanks for your time and your attention.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. How many of you have just had a wow aha moment about our products? I've been sitting here slurping down a Beet with Pure. I've been slurping down a gel of Soul. I went to the kitchen and grabbed a few other things as well. I'm now going to take a bend. I mean, guys, every time I hear Laura talk about this, how many of you feel the same way? You've been slurping down one of the gels or drinking your Beet? If you are, just give me a yes and down below, because you can see that we have something really, really special here. in our amazing product line. So excited to have you with us again, Laura. Thank you so much for a wonderful overview. And we do have great resources and tools that you can point to. So we're going to switch gears a little bit now, as you heard Jeff talk a little earlier about getting some insight and excitement from people who have already qualified for Go Gold. And we've got two programs going on right now, guys. We've got a program going on for the United States, and we've got another program going on for the team over in Turkey to go to Casablanca. And we did that because of visas. We're now a global company, and sometimes things like this have to be done. And so we're excited to have some wonderful Go Gold qualifiers here with us today. And we're going to kick it off. First, you're going to hear from Italy. You're going to hear from two wonderful people that I just absolutely adore. They happen to be father and son-in-law, okay, who are working the business together. And that is Carlo and Simone. And then we're going to jump over to Turkey, and we're going to hear from our double diamond director, who is now qualified for Go Diamond, and that is Hakan. So with that, over to you. Start off, Carlo.
Buongiorno a tutti, vi parliamo dall'Italia, da Biella in Piemonte. È un grandissimo onore per noi essere qui tra di voi. Siamo Adriana Pivotto, insegnante di scuola primaria, e Carlo Graziola, ex commerciante di articoli sportivi in pensione. Siamo sposati da 43 anni, abbiamo 2 figlie e 2 splendidi nipoti. Da alcuni anni abbiamo deciso di affiancare a quelle che sono le nostre attività tradizionali quelle del network, per tutelare la nostra salute, per poter avere una seconda entrata finanziaria, per poter avere tempo libero e per gli splendidi viaggi che si possono vincere. E con Rain abbiamo realizzato uno dei nostri più grandi sogni, l'America. Anche se in questo caso non si tratta di un viaggio fine a se stesso, ma la possibilità di vedere l'azienda dall'interno.
Buongiorno anche da parte mia, non posso che associarmi all'onore e alla gioia di condividere con voi le emozioni di questo viaggio Rain International che abbiamo vinto. Ci darà sicuramente l'opportunità di vivere il team aziendale, di vivere i vertici aziendali e di condividere con grandi leader questi momenti speciali e soprattutto di assorbire l'energia potente di chi ha già raggiunto il successo. Questo sicuramente sarà un valore aggiunto per la nostra attività, per il nostro business. Quindi vi esortiamo assolutamente a non mollare i vostri sogni, perché Rain premia comunque chi se lo merita. E non vediamo l'ora di potervi abbracciare nello Utah e vi salutiamo con un grande abbraccio e passiamo la parola ad Ann.
Buongiorno a tutti, mi chiamo Simone, vi parlo dall'Italia. Ho 44 anni, nella vita sono un padre e sono un imprenditore. Ho deciso di partecipare al Go for Gold, che è la promozione che Rain ha lanciato in questi mesi. Ho voluto vincerla perché è un'opportunità di crescita personale. Hai la possibilità, in questo caso, di poter passare qualche giorno con le persone che hanno deciso di sviluppare Rain ad alti livelli. Ma soprattutto hai la possibilità di far crescere quello che è il tuo business, stabilizzando i volumi della tua rete. Per le persone che vogliono partecipare alla promozione è importante che capiscano una cosa, che è un'occasione irripetibile di poter vincere un viaggio nell'azienda, scoprire l'azienda, vedere l'azienda con i propri occhi, valutare quello che noi oggi abbiamo effettivamente per le mani. Come lo fai? Lo fai semplicemente in un modo, superando gli ostacoli che hai affrontato fino ad oggi e che non sei mai riuscito a superare, perché hai la possibilità di crescere nei tuoi volumi, hai la possibilità di raggiungere il gold o qualifiche superiori. Quando si rientra da questo viaggio, si rientra con una motivazione, con uno spirito, con un'idea diversa, con una leadership differente per tutta la tua rete. si acquisisce quella che è la consapevolezza di quello che noi oggi abbiamo per le mani. Io spero tanto che siate numerosi con noi a Salt Lake. Vi ringrazio e passo di nuovo la parola ad Ann.
Arkadaşlar merhaba. Hakan İzmir ben. Double Diamond kariyerindeyim. Rain International firmasında çalışıyorum ve yaklaşık 1,5 ay oldu çalışmaya başlayalı. İşe girdiğimde ilk dikkatimi çeken şuydu. Firmanın muhteşem bir promosyonu vardı. 3 kere Gold olduğunuzda firma sizi yurt dışında muhteşem bir tatile götürüyordu. Yaklaşık 12 senedir bu sektördeyim. Bu sektörde öğrendiğim en önemli şeylerden bir tanesi şu. Eğer firma size bir promosyon yapıyorsa, özellikle gezi promosyonu yapıyorsa bunu kazanmaya çalışın. Direkt 3 kere arka arkaya Gold olmaya çalıştım aslında. Çünkü firmanın promosyonu buydu. 3 kere arka arkaya ben Gold olmaya çalışınca bir baktım önce Diamond oldum, sonra Double Diamond oldum. İşin sırrı burada şu aslında arkadaşlar. Bir promosyon varsa bunu kesinlikle kazanmaya çalışın. 2, bu promosyonu ekibinize kazandırmaya çalışın. Yıllardır bu sektördeyim. Bu sektör bana çok şey öğretti. Rain International firması gerçekten hayatımda gördüğüm en iyi şirketlerden bir tanesi. Hem kendi ürünlerini üretmesi, hem gerçekten kazanç planı çok iyi olması, çok iyi liderlerin işin içinde olması direkt bizim işimizi kolaylaştırıyor. Sağ olsun firmada bol bol seyahatle ilgili promosyonlar yapıyor. Bunlardan bir tanesi de Gold promosyonuydu. Unutmayın arkadaşlar, eğer bir promosyon varsa kesinlikle kazanmaya çalışın. O promosyonları kazanmaya devam ettikçe sizlerin kariyeri artmaya devam edecek ve ekibinizle birlikte çok daha iyi kariyerlere gelebilirsiniz. Rain International firmasında olduğumdan dolayı çok mutluyum. Umarım yıllarca Rain International firmasında hep beraber birlikte çalışırız. Kendinize iyi bakın. Görüşmek üzere.
Wow. Okay. So now you've heard it from the people who are already stepping into the Go Gold. And thank you, Carlo and Adriana and Simone and Hakan. I love what Hakan said about going for it. And as a result, he hit diamond and double diamond. I mean, that is really exciting. And so we're going to switch gears again a little bit and talk about that road to diamond. And I am so excited to share a behind the scenes conversation that I had recently with one of our newest diamonds. And she was sharing a story as to, what this past year has meant to her and to her husband, and how this has totally transformed their lives in such a beautiful way. And so with that, I now want to turn it over to myself. Actually, I'm interviewing her and my dear friend, Francesca. So over to you guys. Roll it. And so I'm delighted to have a chance to talk together with you, with a dear friend who is an amazing leader, done an incredible job, is building the business together with her husband, and they're doing amazing things over in Italy. And so I want to welcome Francesca. She's known as Francesca because everybody knows her as Francesca and Davide. So today we have the pleasure of being with Francesca. Francesca, hi, I'm so glad to have you here. And you guys have done something pretty amazing. So tell a little bit about your story and how this all took off so quickly for you.
Hi, first of all, welcome to everybody. My name is Francesca. I'm so excited to be here today. And you say, and we made a great job because we have a big dream, of course, like a fire inside. And when me and Davide, we know from many years. So when we understood that we could have the opportunity to work directly with you, with Randy, with Jeff, with Travis in this amazing company, we say, oh my God, this is our home. This is the place we want to stay. People with integrity, we can work to create something bigger, a great movement, a big movement that can create impact to the other people.
That's an interesting point that you bring up, because it is about people people want to work with people. Okay, the attraction comes a lot of times based on the relationships that are built. They may be built over years, and then there comes a point where, you know, you guys came in, you had put in front of you a system, and I know that was a big drawing part for you, for both of you, to see that everything was ready for you in Italian. Okay, how did that impact your first week when you joined the business, you started talking to people, and within the first week, you went from partner to senior partner to bronze? Now, how did the NAO and the Rainmaker University help you guys? What did it do?
Yes, and as you told, you can see all these tools are always with me because for us, they have a very big value because this is our ticket of freedom. Because, you know, our business is like understand how this works and try to do our best to teach other people this. So if everything is connected with duplication. So for us, it is very important to have this kind of tools. You and Randy made absolutely an amazing job. So we are so grateful. I can say that I can talk for David also, because I know what he thinks about the value of
okay, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It was put in front of you. You had a system. I know you love that checklist.
Yeah, absolutely. We follow the system because, you know, when you follow the system works for you and you can reach your targets, your goals. And another amazing thing is the fact that in our plan of compensation, we can find the first bonus that are there to put the people in high speed in order to take action and go through the tools and the compensation plan in order to get this bonus. For example, when we start, of course, with leadership pack, because we want to make a career in this business, and we start with this pack. If you found 5 people that can roll exactly the same as the pack that you choose at the beginning, you have your activity, your entrepreneur job with a positive cash flow. And this is very important because if you can compare our business with the traditional work, it is not the same. You can think there is a very high difference between these two things. So also, if you show to the people that this bonus, like the bonus connected with the pack, the bonus like partner bonus, senior partner bonus, are very important because everything is connected to help people to earn money very fast,
and because it makes your story easier to tell to the next person, because you give the example of, this is how it's worked for me. Okay, so you got that going, you get to bronze, and then you guys knew that we were coming over to do an event in Venice. And what was really interesting is that you utilized that in a big way. You brought a team of 20 people with you to that event. And how did that event impact you going after that event to gold? What happened there for the people that you brought with you?
You know, during an event, people on the stage can talk about some personal experience, about the background, the skills, something like that. And when you are there, you can feel, you can see with your eyes, you can touch, you can talk with people, and you can big idea of what this big opportunity can bring, can make, and can make the difference in your life. So for us, it is important to bring people with us and put them in this environment where they can understand by themselves which they can reach, what they can do with this amazing company, of course. So, you know, me and Davide also, we are son, we born from an event. So for us, it is important, and we try to create a culture in our team. People that you bring to an event and then another event, something in the middle can happen because something in their mind can change. They can, for example, see people that they do the same job in life, and they can see themselves in that person that maybe on the stage is talking about something wrong, something change, and they can understand, oh my God, if he do that, I can do the same exactly.
A culture, okay, building a culture, an event-driven culture, because from what I remember, after we went through Venice, we had a big boom of excitement. We got through the summer and we started planning, okay, to have a pre-opening in October. And that also drove a lot of excitement into the team because we had, you got to get to senior partner. You get to senior partner, you can be part of a special training. If you get to bronze, you can be invited to a special dinner. So all those things drove a lot of excitement and growth in the team, as I remember. And then we came to that event, and at that event, boy, that event in Milan was special. Because first of all, you did an amazing job with a display that was set up in the beginning of that room and set up in the center. It was so gorgeous on the stage, was what I meant. And everybody came up and was taking pictures, and it sent another aspect of culture, because out of that event, okay, you actually had set up, or we organized in the senior partner event, 10 live events in Italy, okay, starting in November, December, and January to lead into another event, okay, that was being planned. So how did that impact that excitement moving from, you know, the online events that you had going on, leadership academies and Be the Breakthroughs, but doing live? How did that impact it?
Exactly in the same way as you talked during the Rainmaker University, because it is like a proof that can grow, it can create very important feeling with people, with this team, because, you know, people decide to have, like in a football play, no? You know, each kind of people take a task, decide to bring something and to be part and create a connection with what we are creating.
In each of the cities is what you're saying, in each of the cities that started to come together.
Exactly, because the emergers decide, take a decision, and they say, okay, we can start in our city, we can start to have a live event where we can present the opportunity, we can show the product, like a grand opening, of course. And we can start in this way. Of course, we start in our house, but little by little we grow, and we decide to spread this information everywhere, and we grow, and we start from the house, then we can move in some hotel.
Well, I know you and Davide helped your team. You were helping your teams quite a bit when they first started. And now, okay, what's happened is that energy that came from those events and the people taking responsibility, like we do in the Leadership Academy and the Be the Breakthrough, it became even a bigger excitement and a bigger chance of people to take on responsibility. And then we come to another big moment, and that was you're joining together with the other leaders at the leadership retreat in Costa Rica. And I know that was a big challenge for you personally. Just talk about that and how that impacted, you know, the future business coming.
I think it is something of an important part of this journey, because it creates in me, of course, is my personal experience, so I can talk about me. something about personal growth, something about connected with mindset, of course, because, you know, during this business, you can find challenge. So you learn how you can, I can explain, you can overcome this challenge, and you can also have the opportunity to talk with other people, make new experience. You can have, I remember about talking with the other leaders from other countries. We create something like healthy competition, of course, because, you know, when you can discuss with other people, you can learn something new, you can have an impact also on the other lives, other people. It can be very.
Well, I know that this was the first time
In my
that
opinion.
you personally traveled outside of Italy by yourself, okay, from Italy all the way to Costa Rica. That was a big challenge. Coming there, okay, you're there without Davide, so it's Francesca moment. And you sent a message home to the team that was really impactful. Just share a little idea of what you wanted to say to them.
Yeah, I tried to do my best to give all the people the feeling, what you can really can understand, the energy that you can feel there with people like you, like other leaders, because it's something, in my opinion, that you can't explain with words. It's something that you can feel, that you have to make experience about that. For example, the most exciting experience was when I told to David, you can imagine, today we go out with other leaders, with other people I don't know, and we opportunity to plant a tree that I can give my name. So the fact that now here we realize that we create something important, because the fact that there are three in the other side, opposite side of the world, and this can create a benefit for that people, can have an impact. I think that is something important and connected with the movement we are creating, that is very important, and you can feel that you are part of something bigger than you. So I think we are creating something important.
The bigger aspect, seeing a bigger vision. And gosh, you guys went, that was in January, and you guys went from platinum to diamond in March. And so what a story when you think about in 1 year, okay, 1 year, what somebody can do and the impact they can have. As I always say, it's never about where, okay, it's always about who. And you said something in the beginning, you planted the flag, okay, in Italy when you made that decision and joined with a leadership pack. And then to think a year later, okay, you're planting a tree in a foreign country that's going to benefit so many people around the world who have done the same thing with that team together. And you come back and you have another big breakthrough in your own personal life and in your business. And so now you said something to me the other day about how it feels, you know, when you get up in the morning and how it feels when you go to bed at night. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
We will, first of all, make something like this very important, that you can empower other people, you can have an impact on the other people's life. It's amazing, because when you wake up in the morning, you know that today is day one, and you can make something bigger for some.
You just mentioned something that's so important, and I'm not trying to interrupt, but you said something about impacting your team and how happy this team is working together, not only just in your team, but working across the whole country. Because I have other lines there, and I'm telling you, they have been totally embraced, okay, in this movement in Italy that's now expanding into other countries. And so, you know, I just want to say that you and Davide have done a marvelous job I want to commend you for the great things that you've done together and the things that you're doing individually, and also for a wonderful team that is making a difference and making a true impact. And so I want to thank you for being part of this today, and we're going to turn it back over to you guys. Wow. Ooh. How many of you have just felt such a energy coming from Francesca's passion, her sense of urgency, her sense of intensity in terms of what she feels and believes the impact that it's had with what her, together with her, with Davide, the team, and reaching across all these other countries has made such a beautiful difference for everyone. So I want to say again, congratulations, okay, to you, Francesca and Davide. And I want to say to all of you, okay, this is a moment of special opportunity. This time of the year is such a special time as we go out and we celebrate with the Easter holiday. I want you to give thanks to all the goodness that's in your life right now, to your family, to the friends around you. And let's go out there and make something magical happen. Guys, you still have time for Go Gold. Okay, and I would love to have all of you with us, as you heard today from Carlo and Adriana and Simone and Hakan sharing their excitement and how that can impact your business. You had a chance to hear from Jeff talking about all the amazing things that are going on with the company. You had a chance to hear from Laura talk about the amazing concept of seed source nutrition and the impact that can have in your body, your health, with your family. And today's Thunderstorm, okay, is live, by the way, if you want to go grab the streaming that's going on down in Rain International's Facebook page. And it will go out, you know, as a replay to all the countries around the world that we're doing business in. And again, I want to thank all of you, okay, for being here today on this important day in the incredible excitement of what we have going on here at Rain. The future is in your hands, your family's hands. I couldn't be more excited about what I see happening here. I'm jumping up and down with each and every one of you, knowing that we have something amazing going on around the world. And we have a chance now, if you're a guest, to get back to the person who invited you. Let them know that you have a couple questions, get your questions answered, lock in your spot, and let me be the first to say, welcome home. Welcome to Rain International. And yes, I am Ann Feinstein, and I am Rain. Good night, goodbye, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. Happy Easter. Love you. See you next month. Bye for now.
Shine bright like a diamond. Find light in the beautiful sea. I chose to be happy. You and I, we're like diamonds in the sky. You're a shooting star I see, a vision of ecstasy. When you hold me, I'm alive. We're like diamonds in the sky. I knew that we'd become one right away. Oh, right away. At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside. So shine bright tonight. You and I, we're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. I too, I'm so alive. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond. We're beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shining bright like a diamond.